Welcome everyone to our webinar. Please join our chat. What I love most about our webinars is our chat. Our chat is amazing here. I want you to tell us where you're from or where you're watching from and what you're excited to learn today. Please put that up in the chat and then put your questions there. Morgan is going to be monitoring our chat today because I'm going to be doing a lot of sharing of my actual phone, which takes up my whole screen. It's going to be hard for me to see comments. So Morgan will be able to monitor that. Someone said we do not have microphone. What does that mean? Can you hear us? I don't know what to tell you. No, everyone's muted, so we shouldn't be able to hear anyone. Hopefully you can hear us. Okay, cool. All right, you guys, let's jump in today. We're going to talk about my favorite app, and I think Morgan's favorite app.
Definitely.
TikTok. And all Morgan and I do when we're together is we talk about what's on our FYPs because we're exactly 10 years apart. And our FYPs are very different.
Yes.
It's funny because we both love true crime, but you had that one crime thing that was
I'm
what was the case?
still Karen Reed. I've watched 27 days on YouTube every single day. I wish I was a juror. I'm in deep.
Who knows the Karen Reed story? Please add that to the chat. Mine was JP. What is his name? Now I'm forgetting. It's the preacher whose
Yes.
wife died.
Yes.
That was all over my FYP. And Morgan's, I haven't heard that story. And I'm like, that's because we're on different algorithms. Someone asked what FYP is. FYP, it stands for you page. So let's just talk about the basics of TikTok, you guys, and how it works. And I love that people in the comments, they're on the same algorithm. I think it's that's a lot of us. So how TikTok works, and honestly, it would be really great if you guys could just download your app and get it up on your screen. Open up your TikTok app and you will see on the right-hand side at the very top, it says for you. What TikTok does is they curate content designed specifically for you. So a lot of times when you're on Instagram, you're just going to see posts from people you follow, right? That's it. It's just like your friends and their babies. It's the same photo over and over again, all that stuff. Their vacation pics. It's just your friends though. I'm not bitter about my friends' babies. I love them. Sometimes they're a little repetitive, but we get it. I love vacation pics. That's one of my favorite things on Instagram. TikTok is completely different, you guys. It's strangers. And so one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about teaching this to beauty schools and schools in general is that you need 0 followers and you can get hundreds, you can get thousands of views on your video. We all start with 0 followers. So if you don't have a TikTok account today, that's okay. If your school doesn't have one, that's okay. Once you get one, my one piece of advice is to start consuming content before you create it, or you're going to create really stale content. So let's chat about some basics about TikTok and then how to go viral. And then again, I want to teach you guys today. I'm going to share my phone and we are going to create a TikTok together. I'm going to show you how to do it in the app. There are really creative ways you can do it with CapCut and adding lots of audio, and we're not going to be doing that. I'm going to try to keep it as basic as possible. There is, yes, Maria, this is completely recorded. You're going to get an email tomorrow in your inbox, which has the recording so you can watch it several times, send it off to everyone you work with. Okay, let's chat about the top 4 apps today that Gen Z is using. We have YouTube. I never use YouTube. Morgan, you just said you watch
I'm
YouTube.
always on YouTube.
Really?
Yes. I have 10 girls that I've followed for years.
You follow people on YouTube?
Yeah. I get a notification when they have a video and I'm watching it immediately.
Like
It's
who?
a 40-minute TikTok.
Like makeup people or what kind of content?
Makeup, a lot of tennis pro girlfriends. So they travel everywhere and it's pack with me and all the restaurants that they go to. I'm always on YouTube.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm the opposite. I am never ever on it. Some of the comments said the men, yeah, men love it. I think a lot of men are probably on it. Not a big YouTube person either. Sarah said, except for the T Swift Arrows line stream. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot cheaper than
100%.
than paying $5,000 for a ticket. So YouTube is the top one. Another one is Instagram, which we all know millennials love Instagram. I love Instagram.
Mhm.
I think it's just great for like everyday life, keeping up with your friends and family, behind the scenes stuff. I think beauty schools have been on Instagram for 10 years. I think they know what they're doing there. Another one is Snapchat. Morgan, are you a Snapchatter?
I was done after like college.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
definitely for like younger people
Yes.
and people who just like want to hook up. Like,
Totally.
what's your snap? No,
Yeah. Oh.
red flag. If Morgan is out on the dating scene and someone is asking her for her snap,
Next.
he's a 10, but he has Snapchat.
Like
He's
a
a,
six.
he's
Yeah.
a 10. Today's gonna be a lots of fun. Okay, and then we have TikTok, which is literally the best. It is quickly growing in other demographics as well. It really was geared more toward Gen Z. Millennials were the fastest growing on there, but those dang Gen X and boomers got on there and just ruined it. Just ruined it. They brought all their negativity from Facebook and Nextdoor and started commenting on my videos. Someone told me I was heavy the other day.
Haters.
Heavy. Heavy. What? Like, what are you talking about? People are psychotic, but TikTok is still so much fun. You can make money on it, which I think is really great. But let's talk about the difference between an ad and a post, because there is a difference for sure on like Instagram, but on TikTok, it should look the same. If you are taking what would be like a commercial type of video and you're putting that on Instagram and you're running an ad, and then you put that on TikTok, it's not going to work out for you. It's just no one's going to see that. You're not forced to watch ads like you are on YouTube. People will scroll right past it. So the best ads to me are ones that look organic. And so we're not going to teach you how to create ads today. I'm not even telling you to throw ad money on TikTok. I think what's important is that you just learn how to make regular organic content. And if something is doing very well, then you can boost that. That to me is probably what you should be doing. Let's chat about making money. There's a few ways you can make money on TikTok. I think a lot of people are curious about this because I talk about it so much. Morgan, are you ready to make some money on TikTok?
I need to be, yeah.
Morgan is ready because every time I'm with her, I'm like, oh, I'm selling this, and every day I check my
It's insane.
And I still see your questions. Let me not scroll past that. Judith asked about the backlash against TikTok. I mean, TikTok is they're suing. So, they're going to go right back to court. I don't know what to tell you other than I am rooting for RFK he said he was going to jump on this lawsuit. I'm rooting for them to win. Yeah, they have a year to sell it. Essentially, they have a year to sell it to an American buyer. There are people who want it, but ByteDance, who owns it, they do not want to give up the algorithm. And it's only amazing because of the algorithm. Is what we're talking about, of course, is the algorithm that makes it your FYP. So what Morgan sees is very different than what I see. And so your algorithm is all about things you watch for a long period of time, things you like, things you share. So and of course your age and where you live and all that stuff, that is going to make up your FYP. So Morgan and I will see a lot of the same things because we share a lot of the same thing. And we're also interested in like the same sort of fashion. So we'll end up seeing a lot of the same stuff. But people that are like, it's all dances on there, like I don't see any dances. Except for that latest one. You know what I'm talking, Blue Sweatpant Girl?
She's everywhere.
Everywhere.
And people keep trying to recreate it and it's not good. And I'm like, stop.
I saw one today that like showed you how to do that dance. If you guys
Okay,
don't know,
we should try it.
it's like the Taiga dance. I would never. Are you kidding? I love that everyone in the comments knows about it too.
I know it, yeah.
It's all about the legs. It's not about moving your hips and body. It's about moving your legs. But like, how cringe would that be if like you went to my page right now and I was doing that? Never. Come by our booth. We'll all do it together. Julia said she tried it. It did not look the same. Yeah. Same. So that's again what the FYP is. Okay, so the goal of an ad is to get more leads, right? That's the goal of an ad. The goal of your TikTok is just to spread your brand awareness, to show that you're a fun place to be, to show that you're cool. Every time someone fills out a form, they maybe tour your school, they're going to check out your TikTok. And if you're just doing boring TikToks or you're not even doing any TikTok, you're not showing your culture. So we need to make sure we are doing a good job representing our culture. Let me go back really quick to ways you can make money. You can make money a few ways. For one, you can join what's called the Creator Fund. For the Creator Fund, you need 10,000 followers. And then you can apply to be part of the Creator Fund. And it's not just that, it's like you have to be over 18, 10,000 followers, and you have to have a video that reached, I don't know, like 100,000 views. Like you had to have a viral video. Once you show that you've done all that stuff, you can apply for the Creator Fund. Y'all, I've been in the Creator Fund. I've been in the Creator Fund for months. I have 40,000 followers. I've made 35 cents. Like, I'm not kidding. I've made 35 cents. All your videos have to be over a minute 5. And which a lot of people don't know. They also have to show up on people's FYP. So if I'm sending it to people or if people are forwarding it to people, none of those views count. So it's only views. You get money for how many views you have. The Creator Fund, I think a lot of people, and I saw Heather even write in here, like hashtag, which is like a big hashtag, follow me to 10K. Everyone's trying to follow each other. I'm sorry to tell you guys right now, it sucks. Like there's no money in it. In fact, I have found since joining the Creator Fund, my organic reach has gone way down. And I did this last year. I joined the Creator Fund. My organic reach went down. I left the Creator Fund and then my organic reach went way up. Then they relaunched a new Creator Fund. So I joined that and now it's down. And I don't know how to get off of it. I keep trying to leave it and it's just like won't let me leave it for some reason. So yeah, hate to bum you out there. It's not good. Another thing that you can do is you can do TikTok Shop. You can be an affiliate, and that's what I do. And so with that, you need 5,000 followers. They changed it to 1,000 followers, and then they just changed it back to 5,000 followers. So it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Now you can apply if you have less than 5,000 followers, if you've showed you have really good engagement on your videos. So with that, you guys, people are selling things on TikTok. I buy things myself, or sometimes companies send me samples. I'll do a video about it. I will link it and I will get money for that. I have yet to beat my February. February made $22,000. $22,400.
Insane.
Insane off of one sweater that I spent $20 on. I have not been able to beat that yet. So I still do very well. Like, you know, I'm making, I don't know, like several $1,000s a month, but I haven't been able to top February. But TikTok, I love how someone said TikTok Shop gets me every time. It gets me, like, I won't even post about, like, I'm literally addicted to TikTok Shop. It's so great. Another thing, and someone just put it in the comments, she said, my niece makes $3,000 to $4,000 a week on TikTok just doing lives. I have not done that. But that is a huge way that creators are making money. So people can gift you like roses and presents, and basically they're paying for coins and they're paying for gifts on TikTok. And then they can send that to creators. Rhonda said, hey, you've made me addicted to buying all your items. Yeah. Rhonda's my biggest fan, not just on TikTok, but in life. She's our hype squad. So we love us some Rhonda. All right, let's get back. Now that we know kind of like the basics, I'm going to share my screen really quick and show you guys just a few nuggets here to help you out. Okay, so we did talk about organic posts, and please monitor the chat for me, Morgan, if questions come in, but feel free to chat with each other. And if you guys have tips for each other, go ahead and give it. Again, we want organic posting to stay relevant with our audience. We do this for brand recognition. And then the end goal is always to get leads and enrollments. but you can't like sit down with your boss and be like, I want to post every day. And then you have to like answer to them every month with like, well, how many students did this bring in? That's just not how TikTok works. It's more holistic. So my goal for you is you will be able to fill your school by adding different elements like high school fairs and greeting people at the door instead of waiting for them to walk in, texting them saying, hey, text me when you're here and I'm going to meet you out front. Like there's so many things you can do to fill your schools that are really good nuggets. This is just one of them. This is going to help you. This is, again, all holistic. So I would love you to get more enrollments this way. I know some schools are doing very well just by like putting their brand out there. There's a couple T-spas that are really good at that. They put their brand out there all the time, but they're also having so much fun that it's bringing in organic leads, which is great. Organic means free, if you didn't know. That's not what it means, but that's literally like what it is. Organic is just like, yeah, you don't have to pay for this. I don't believe in outsourcing social organically. Agreed, Morgan?
Agreed.
Which is funny because like we do agency. We don't do a ton of agency. We consider ourselves more like heavy on the beauty schools directory side, but we do have a few agency clients from people that just want to work with us that are seeing really great results. And I refuse to do organic social for anyone.
No one knows your brand better than you do. Your students, I mean, it's hard for
We're
someone
not
else to do
there.
it.
Yeah,
No.
we're not there. Like we're not in your halls. And so this is something you have to do at the school. So if you're working with an agency, great. But like they're not at your school. They can't do organic social for you. This is something you have to do. It's also something I think that people need to be investing in. They should be getting a social media coordinator. And that's what I have here. You need to hire someone. They need to be able to collect the content, go visit the schools, reply to all your comments. This should be a role in your school. This is some of the things that role should entail. It should be someone to plan the content with your staff. They should be able to film and edit it. You should be able to trust them, by the way. They don't need to like have all this red tape. Like it's supposed to be fun. They should be the person to actually post it. They should be the one replying to all those comments. And they naturally would like respond to a marketing director. A lot of schools don't have that. Then a school director is fine. But I really think now is the time to get a social media coordinator, get someone straight out of college, get someone in college who wants to make extra money on the side, who's young and already knows this stuff. All right, let's talk about going viral. I'm going to give you 6 tips on how to go viral, and then I'm going to give you my best hooks. And then we're going to make a TikTok. Okay, so post daily. Sorry, that's uncomfortable. But what am I going to share? Or you could share anything. You could literally share anything. You know what? You know what bothers me, Morgan?
What?
Is when someone says, I don't have time to post on TikTok. We just don't have time to post on TikTok. You don't have time to bring your phone up to
30 seconds. Yeah, it's with me at all times.
Like, yeah. If you have time to watch one TikTok a day, you have time to film one TikTok a day.
Yeah.
Gone are the days of having to like set up the tripod and doing all this crazy editing and needing a really good camera. Like, no, that's not what's in right now. Authentic, in the moment, raw is what's in. So it's easy to post every day. And maybe if you're thinking about this just for yourself, just get ready with me is really in. Right?
Yeah. Get ready with me, a day in the life of a student at the school.
Anything. Yeah, your dogs, like if you're at home, like if it's just you as opposed to your school, it's just like everyday things. Like, oh my gosh, I went to the grocery store today and this stupid bee didn't put away her cart. Like, that's a great TikTok. Like people are gonna Did you see that lady who said she wasn't putting away her cart?
People are so upset.
They should be. I was like, I also don't I don't think that she meant that. I think she did it as rage bait.
Yeah, I agree.
I was like, there's no way this is real. Rage bait is real because I did rage bait and it backfired. Which I'm not gonna fully get into that right now. Here's the good news, you guys. If your reputation gets trashed online, you can recover.
You can bounce back.
Yeah, you can
better than ever. Yeah.
Just get off for like a couple days, couple weeks.
Reset.
Ban comments, limit them, and you can recover. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Someone said bad views are still views. Heck yeah, Candace. That's what I'm
100%.
Yes. Even the rage bait stuff. Like, if anyone is mad at someone and everyone is in their car, are you kidding me? That's good for you. That's good for you. That's just how TikTok works. And like, honestly, there's so many millions of people on there, like they're not going to remember you. You know what I mean? Someone said they move on so fast. Yeah. Like, and that was the thing. I'm not going to get into my scandal. I put a podcast out about it. But I was caught up in a very negative TikTok moment, terrible scandal. And all I kept, as I was laying in my bed crying, I was thinking, this is going to blow over in like 2 weeks. Like, if I can just get through these next 2 weeks, it's going to all blow over. But for those 2 weeks, it was bad. Like, it's bad. So you just get off TikTok when it gets bad. People are going to say bad things about your school. You're going to have really disgruntled students up in your comments. They're going to be making videos about you. It all blows over. There's nothing else I can say to that. It's going to be fine. The internet moves on, especially TikTok. Like, what was huge and trending 2 weeks ago is nothing today. Like, we're good. Asking really engaging questions, like people to agree with you. So like, does anyone else's husband do this? And then you tell a story. Am I the only person that has a dog that does this? And then you go and tell the story about the dog, or you show the dog. That gets other people in the comments. I had a good organic moment a couple weeks ago when I was talking about, okay, I'm in my late 30s and I got my belly button pierced when I was 16, and I took it out like 10 years ago because I don't know, just I was getting older. I was like,
You're over it. Yeah.
I'm over it. That's something you do when you're, when it's 2001 and Christina Aguilera is wearing low-rise pants. Like, that was in back then. So I took out my belly button ring, and then I was like, I'm going to buy one on TikTok Shop and I'm going to put it back in. So I did. I bought like a really cute one on TikTok, and I was like, I wonder if my belly button closed up. It's been 10 years. It didn't close up, Morgan.
That's insane. Like, who knew?
Who knew? I like thought for sure it would have closed up. It went straight in. And I was like, that is nuts. Now, what came out was
No,
it
I
was
can't talk about it.
my stomach. Yeah, let's not. A giant piece of my liver just came out. But I still have it in. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, I like that is the perfect example of me telling that story on TikTok and being and my question on the screen was, what other millennials still have their belly buttons pierced? And then of course I was flooded with hundreds of comments of like, yeah, got it pierced at 16, still rocking mine. So love it. Let's move on. Responding. That's another way you can go viral. We need you responding to the very first comments. TikTok wants to know that you're not a bot. So when you post something, what is most important is those first 30 minutes to an hour. When someone is commenting, like it and respond to them. Every time. You have to tell TikTok, I'm a real person and I want to engage with my audience. Again, that first hour is super important. After that, you can swipe it away and like come check back on it every now and then. Unless you're me, you're going to be checking on it every 2 seconds. Okay.
There's nothing worse when someone's posting a TikTok and it's like, where's that shirt from? And you're waiting for the creator to
So
post the link or something. And I have to keep scrolling until I see like creator comment. Like, right away, I need to know.
Morgan, that happened with my New Balance 327s. Everyone knows I'm obsessed with New Balance.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I just got them in black. I had them in white. I saw a creator on Instagram and she was wearing them in all her videos. I was like, what are those shoes? Where'd you get your shoes? No response. I had to flip and go to this girl's profile, go to her like to know it.
Yep.
Scroll for days, finally find it. And then I went on TikTok and I was like, you want the best shoe in the world? Get a New Balance 327. Like,
yeah, it shouldn't take like 20 steps. Like, it should be in the comments or in the caption. I don't understand.
Exactly. Love it. Oh, I love that Sarah said Jen Hamilton, the nurse, which I love Jen Hamilton. She was getting a lot of hate. They had to get off TikTok for a while because the stupid Facebook and Nextdoor people came over. Those keyboard warriors came over and beat her up. But now she is back. She does such a good job responding to people because what she does is she takes comments and then she turns those into videos. So you can respond to comments with another video. All right. What's really important for TikTok today is to caption. I'm going to show you guys how that works. You're going to caption on screen and in your actual caption. Captioning, what I've been seeing from other experts on TikTok is that actually the caption on the screen is more important than what's in the caption that you write. So that means everything you're about to say, whatever it's about, you even want to write that on the screen in like white text and make it so small and like at the bottom where like the eye can't see it. But on the back end, the TikTok algorithm knows to push that out because you said what that video is about. So captioning is so important. It really is the best way to go viral today. And you can still use some hashtags, but really people aren't searching hashtags on TikTok. They're searching actual things like, why is my arm numb? That happened to me. Morgan, my arm is numb. I think I have a pinched nerve. And like it's all down the backside anyway. This is not time for that, but
It's our search engine though.
I went to my hairdresser the other day. I was like, my arm is going numb. So we started searching it on TikTok and I was like, oh my gosh, I have Lyme's disease. Okay, I don't think. So entertaining is another one. We want to entertain people. We want to be funny. We want to be quick-witted. We want to interview students. Can I tell you the best way to interview people today? The little
I'm obsessed.
Can we talk about the little microphone? Okay.
It's so
I
cute.
got this on Amazon for $10. All I do, and it makes all the difference, you guys, because when you're filming in your salon, in the school, especially when you're filming outside, because birds are louder than you think. And like the wind, the breeze is louder than you think. I just put this into the bottom of my phone, this one. And then I have this one that I can clip on me. But what's even more popular is Morgan, what should we do with this little guy?
Like put it on some object and like pretend it's like a microphone and like carry it around.
Exactly. So like I have a blender thing here,
Beauty blender.
a beauty blender. So even just like my little beauty blender, or if you have like a highlighting brush, put it on that. Or like if you have like a notebook, just like you get stupid, like come up with the dumbest things to put the microphone on because it will get people in the comments. Like, I'm sorry, did you just put that microphone on a dog collar, like on a tape dispenser? Like that kind of thing really gets people in comments and gets you more engagement, but it also makes your voice sound better. So you don't have to invest a lot into equipment, but I think everyone should invest in a little microphone. And this one came with two actually, and the charger just like goes into a USB. So that's how that works. Do we have questions?
How do you get around the social media policies your accreditor has? We aren't allowed to have students verbally endorse us before they graduate.
So they shouldn't be endorsing you. You can usually you'd be okay, especially if you had it in your if you put on their enrollment paperwork that they can be in social media stuff. I would not have them endorsing you. That's also not going to be great for TikTok. So the worst TikToks are students saying, this school is so great. It's
Go
so
here. Yeah.
just like something boring. I wouldn't have them endorsing you. I would just have them like doing what's trending. Like I saw a beauty school one the other day where they were going around and asking everyone, when's the last time you washed your hair? And they're like just going around. That's perfect. What is the hair trend that you hate the most today? And just going around and, alpaca haircuts for boys. Like that's a perfect example of just like going around and asking people questions. So again, check with your accreditor, check with your compliance department. I think you're okay. I would not have them be doing commercials for how great your school is. That's how great your school is. You're having just fun doing stupid things around the school. So that's what I would do. Okay. Also you're a school, so like educate people, right? Like you could show like trends, put it on what would be really cute is we called them doll heads when I worked at a beauty school, but a mannequin just to make the mannequins interesting and like funny and, do their makeup crazy or do something crazy with them. Like people also love rage bait. I cannot describe that enough. Like rage bait is really, really in right now. So even if you have like a hot take, something that like most people don't agree with, put that on your video. That's going to get you to go viral. Okay. Um, things that you should be posting in your school, or just like personally, if you want to build up your own TikTok and get on TikTok shop as a creator. And I actually did not say this at the beginning. Let me go back to like the very quick basics. When you are signing up for a profile, there's two different profiles you can have. You can have a business profile or a creator profile. Um, even though your school is a business, I would do a creator profile, because when you're a business, you don't have access to any of the fun audio trends. You can't have access to any of the background music. It gives you commercial music only, and that just, it blows. And so, if I'm a school, I would, and if I set myself up as a business, I would switch it over to creator. And by the way, you can go in settings and switch it over. Sometimes they make you wait 30 days. My friend just had that problem, so check that out. But I would for sure set up as a creator instead of a business. Um, unless you're wanting to like run ads. And so that's when you start to do ads, that's when I would swap it over to becoming a business. Again, you can swap them back and forth. So if I'm a brand new school today that doesn't have a lot of followers and I'm not going to be spending money on TikTok ads, I would start my profile as a creator. Once you like sort of get the hang of it and you understand how TikTok works, and if you want to start creating ads, then switch it over to a business. But other than doing ads, I can't think of any reason why you should have a business unless you're selling something. Okay. Someone put that they were, what is
Rage.
rage bait? Yeah. So what rage bait is saying, having a hot take about something that's super controversial. So Morgan and I were just talking about the shopping cart lady. There's this lady who did a TikTok a couple weeks ago, and she basically was like, I have kids and I don't care what the weather is. I don't care what I'm doing. I am never putting back my shopping cart.
Just leave it there.
Yeah,
Yep.
just leave it there. Well, naturally, everyone thinks there's a special place in hell for her. So the comments were full of rage and tons of stitches on the internet. Stitches meaning someone took her video and then like added more commentary to it. And so, yeah, that's a hot take that is going to be negative, but it's going to get you a lot of reach with your school. Rage bait would sort of be the same. You could have a student having a hot take, like, why is everyone doing mullets today? They're disgusting. And then people being like, that's rude, let people do what they want, or whatever. Hot takes are really in right now. And it's a great way to go viral. Post scrappy. So this is why I'm teaching you today how to like actually make a video in the app, because we are not looking for anything that's like overly done, overly edited. Like we just like want authentic. In fact, you don't even have to edit it at all. And then I like filming in the app because it helps you go viral. So, and I have tried this, you guys. I've even done it. I even just did it recently to see if it changed. I will do a video on my camera roll. I will upload that camera roll to TikTok and it doesn't go as far. It gets like no views. What is better is if you actually use either CapCut, which is a TikTok product, or TikTok directly. So I will literally bring up the camera in the TikTok app every single time I do my TikToks. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. All right. I'm just going to put this up here so you guys can get out your phones and take a picture, or you can do a screen grab of this. These are the 20 best hooks to use. I'm going to also show you another one that shows you some really good hooks. So how do I just find out about, that? Are you struggling with overeating? Try this. It worked for me. Like that would be like, okay, obviously Morgan and I struggle with that. So that's a video I'm watching.
I love like things I wish I knew before. That
Yeah.
one is so good because I'm like, what if like I need to know everything.
Yes, exactly. For beauty schools right now, what's really trending now on TikTok is eyebrow blindness, blindness. So girls are uploading like their terrible eyebrows that they had in 2016, 2017. That would be a good one to do with your students. Like get them
Yes.
to give you their photos about like their eyebrow blindness, or like the crazy thick overly done eyelashes. That one's really in right now too. Blush blindness, too much blush.
And then the comments be like, what do you think is next? Or what do you think is like right now that we're going to be blind about? And then
Yeah.
people just flood.
I saw one the other day. It had that. I actually saved it onto my phone. I should have shared it in this one, but it was beauty school blindness. And it was
Mm.
licensed hairstylists were sharing their photos they did, like the hair they did in beauty school where they thought it was really good. And that's borderline cringe. Like they never brushed out the curls ever.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah asked a good question. What's the difference between rage bait? Where's the line between rage bait and going too far? Okay, that dentist, by the way, is toxic anyway. Like him going up to a Starbucks window and saying, "You have terrible teeth. I want to fix them." He has a lot of like other allegations toward him. Like the fact that he's even making videos is crazy. I would say you don't want to trash your reputation. Like I think Shopping Cart Girl did not do well for her reputation, but people can recover because people forget, and then more people download the app, and then we forget Shopping Cart Girl's face. So we love rage bait, but we don't want to completely trash our reputation. But again, if you do, Sarah, like I did, like I trashed my reputation and I came back from it. So so maybe I'll just do a webinar on how to recover.
Sounds like it.
Here's another one. Ooh, this is your sign to unpopular opinion. That's a really good one. That all is good. Unpopular opinion, and then share it. You guys might disagree, but you know, that kind of thing. Day in the life, behind the scenes. People, oh, numbers are good. So like these are three reasons why you shouldn't, blah, 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 blah. And then you get into those reasons. So that people know what the video is about. The hook, that this is called a hook. The hook, the first 3 seconds of your video is the most important. A lot of people do, I forget the name of it. I think it's called like a clipped hook or a, anyway, they take a little portion of their video in the middle of it. That's like the juicy part. They duplicate that and then they put it at the beginning of their video.
Yes.
And then it goes straight into their video. So a looping hook, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that is something super smart to do. And I do that when I'm doing clothes reviews all the time, where I'll take like a really juicy part and then I'll just go straight into.
I love watching like wedding makeup, and they'll be like, keep watching if you want to see how I got this look. And then they'll show like the ending at the beginning. And so you're like, I have to know how she got that smoky eye.
Do you remember early TikTok, right when it came out in 2020, and people like would literally do an entire tutorial and then not show the after and be like,
Yeah.
go to my Instagram and watch the after. Get a life.
No. Yeah.
Literally never. I can think of 1,000 things I'd rather do than open up my Instagram app and search your name. We're having a little too much fun here. Okay. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to skip all that. Okay. I want to go straight into sharing my phone and then answering your questions about creating TikTok content. Are y'all having as much fun as us? Has this been helpful? All right. Let me see if I can screen mirror correctly. Is this showing?
No.
Hold on. Give me a second. Can you entertain them with a song really quick?
I can entertain them with what I'm on TikTok right now. What's on my For You page.
Tell us what's on.
Okay. Everyone, I am in deep with every Bravo celebrity. I know everything. Summer House finale, anyone? I'm Team Lindsay. Okay. The Puckets, Jet and Campbell Puckett, Pookie. I still love them. You know what I'm talking about? Like Pookie, you're looking fire. They're on every brand trip. They're like in Revolve. Like, I love it. I'm obsessed. Wait, it says sharing screen. You're sharing your screen. Clean talk. I love watching people clean things and organize things. And what'd you say?
Can you see my phone?
No.
What?
It just says Jen Lyles has started screen sharing.
You can't see this.
No.
Oh, gosh, Angie, we did this the other day. Give me a second, guys. Keep talking.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this.
And then my favorite TikToker right now, everyone needs to follow her. Her name is Skin by Kristen. with a K. She's a master esthetician and she has every product, every red light. I bought everything. She'll like, she's super clean. She'll be like, this is what you need to spray on your face if you're like out like walking your dog and it's like an antibacterial spray. She has like the big visor for like the sun. She hates the sun. But anything that she says, it's, I mean, she's like, I want to say late 30s maybe. Her skin is insane. Not a single mark. I watch her every single day.
This was
Okay.
helpful. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, I see. Yes, I see your phone.
Here I am, right? That's me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's bring up TikTok. Did everyone enjoy Morgan's analysis of
What I'm viewing.
Okay. Here is TikTok. Let's talk about how to make a video. So how you make a video is let me just quickly go over the stuff. At the very top, you'll see the For You. This is my For You page.
I'm a 200-pound man. You're a woman that's like what, 150?
Oh, this couple.
Oh, this couple, Matt and Abby.
Oh,
Go away.
I'm over them.
Now everyone's going to be seeing what's on my FYP, but this is how it works: is you just scroll, and if you like a video, you can heart it on the side. You can comment on it. You can there's a perfect example of someone taking a comment and doing a reply.
Exactly.
Okay. This little plus sign at the very bottom, that's how we make a video. Okay. So you just hit that. My house is going through some construction, so forgive me. Okay. So you'll see it automatically goes on photo. You want to move this over to 10 minutes. It doesn't mean I'm going to do a 10-minute video. It just means that that's going to give me room, because if I do 60 seconds, then like I'm probably going to run out. So we want to do a 10-minute video, and then again, it can be less than this. And if there's questions, Morgan, let me know. Okay. So then what you're going to do is this top right corner is where you can flip things, flip the camera. So if you're going to be oh, is that my award? Okay. Let's look at my dogs. There's my dogs. So here are my dogs, and then of course I can always flip it back if I want to do it that way. There's Bugsy. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I can hit this. I'm going to hit my record right here. And I don't have to hold on to it like you do on Snapchat, which I love, or Instagram story. You know, that's all you do. So I'm having some construction, but I just had this painted black. I'm
Love it.
Replace here because these previous owners had Christmas wreaths on it. What is that?
Wait, I love your trampoline.
My trampoline. And then, okay. So I can hit that button in the center where I'm recording, just hit that again, and it's going to stop, okay? This is where I can then maybe move the camera back to me or go somewhere else. And then I can just keep doing my video like this, okay? I'm just gonna keep
It adds the time.
Yes, it just keeps adding the time. Nothing went away, okay? Again, we're gonna edit this after. Then you can just hit stop. And then I can go back and I can be like, oh, let's look outside. Let's look at my Mad Men wall of a bunch of ads from the 60s and stop. Okay. So I shot about 51 seconds of content here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this little red check mark here on the right-hand side. Okay. Right here. There's going to be my video. And I don't have to hold on to it like you do on Snapchat, which I love, or Instagram. Okay. What I'm going to do to edit this is I'm going to go to the right side, and you're going to see that second tab. That's where you can edit stuff.
Okay, go back and do that again.
Okay. Here's my content.
Mm-hmm.
So I could definitely just take that content and go next and hit post, but I don't want to do that. I want to edit my video down a little bit. So I'm going to hit the right-hand side. You're going to see all those little icons. Hit the second button.
The second one.
Yeah, this is where you edit. And Morgan, what's a millennial pause? Tell our audience.
What's a what?
A millennial pause. Do you know the millennial pause, or do you know?
No.
The millennial pause is when you get like an older person who like brings up their camera and they look at it and they're like, Hey guys.
And then they start. Yeah, there's no like cut before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is where you want to go to cut out the millennial pause. Okay. So what you want to do on this is you're going to see this timeline down here. You have to highlight it before you can do anything to it. All you have to do is click it. That's it. I just clicked it. All I did was click that video. And this is where I can hit play. And I actually want to stop it. I want to start the video right here. And I can move this back and forth. But if I want to start the video right here, do you see the very bottom where it says split?
Yeah.
I hit split and now it's split. And this is where I can do a couple things. I can decide, ooh, this is a good rage bait spot. Let me go back to edit and split. And I want to move that rage bait spot right up here. Make sense?
Yes.
Or I can take that right there and be like, I don't want that in there. And then I can hit delete.
Okay.
Okay. So that's kind of like where you do everything. I hope all this is making sense. Are any questions coming up, Morgan?
No, we're good so far. It's nice because if you're in the salon and you're filming a bunch of things, you can move them around. Like they don't have to be in specific order. Like you can just interview a bunch of people and then edit it how you want it.
Exactly. That's exactly what we want to do. So if I don't want to show my super ugly fireplace, I just hit split. I want to go past the fireplace and then split again. And I can just take that fireplace moment and hit delete. And now it's gone. Okay. So that's how you do that. All right. So this is the total video that I want to do. This is it. I just hit that back button in the top left. And now I'm back on my video that I've edited. Okay.
That's all you do. So I'm having some construction.
Now what I want to do is add text. So did you see me hit that text button up here?
Yes.
And then, okay.
On the right hand side, this is where I can say, I don't know, is my fireplace ugly? Okay. And then, and then what you want to do is click that and you can move that around. This is where you can edit the text. You can hit edit. I want it to have a little something around it. I want it to be a different color. Like you can do whatever you want here with the text. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller, but hit that text and then hit set duration. And this is where I can be like, I only want is my fireplace ugly for the very beginning of my video. And then if you want to add additional text, but you always want to add text at the very beginning so people want to know what your video is about. So like I do that with my clothes reviews a lot. Like I'll say, the millennial jeans, like that kind of thing. I'll put that right on the screen, but I don't want that covering up my video the whole time. So I'll just make it smaller. I hope that's making sense.
What are your thoughts on having the text where it's like the full dialogue the whole time? Because sometimes I like those when it's like when my phone's like I can't play volume right now, and so I'm only scrolling through the TikToks that like have the full text, and so I can like read it and watch at the same time. But do you think it's necessary? Do you think it's only good when there's like two people?
Back in the day, yes. Like back in the day, I mean like in January, like a year ago.
Forever ago, yeah.
It was recommended you add closed captioning. Today, research is finding that people are watching TikToks with volume on, and people aren't even watching TikToks unless they're in a place where they can listen to volume.
Okay.
Instagram is still an app where people are watching completely on silent. So you would add them to Instagram, but not necessary for TikTok.
Okay. And we have a couple questions. Could you also do a future training on TikTok Shop?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you love that.
Or I don't know if I did training, but I talked about it. Yeah.
And then what are your thoughts on the ads you feature? I can't tell if it helps with reach/engagement on our videos or not.
I wouldn't even bother with ads, you guys. First of all, I want you on the creator stuff so you can use the fun sounds. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But I wouldn't even be messing with ads right now. I think organic reach is so much better. I would just stick with that if I'm you. Yeah. If you want to dabble in it, again, like if you've been on TikTok like for a good couple of years and you're like, no, we're ready to start doing some ads, then do it. Just make sure they look like a TikTok. And it is really good. I mean, they're very cheap. Like you can get pretty good reach. I've actually been able to boost some. I'm not upset like I'm a business, but when you're an affiliate, you can boost some of your own content. I did that at first and I don't do it anymore. Here's what I know about that. If you start boosting things, you're telling TikTok, I have money. I will pay for this. And then TikTok will stop you growing organically. And so be careful about that. It happened with me and I cut off all boosting. All my boosting now is done specifically by the companies. Any other questions?
I see this meeting's being recorded. Is it going to be sent to all who attend? Yes.
Perfect. Okay, when that's the text I want, I just hit that check mark at the bottom right, and there it is. And this is where I can move it around, but it's going to go away.
Yep.
And then I can add additional text. So what I was talking about earlier was like caption, SEO, like whatever things I'm talking about in here is where I can write anything I want, shrink it super, super small, and then put it down here in the right-hand corner where my name will be covering it anyway. Make sense?
Yeah.
That is something that a lot of people are saying is working today to help go viral. I personally haven't done it. I just wanted to share how you would do that. Okay. You see the very top where it says add sound?
Yes.
That's where you can add different trending sounds. You can see what's being recommended, or I have some favorites, but if I want to add that, there, it's going to go in it. And this is where I can be like, I want to put my volume all the way down and I wanted to have just the sound. Or I can do, if you're talking in your video, you're going to want to bring that sound way down and you're going to want to have your original sound more up. Make sense?
Yeah.
And then you hit done. All right, we've made our TikTok and we're going to hit next. Let me show you how this works. This is where you're going to add your caption. That's another thing about the captions. It doesn't autocorrect.
That's why people have so many misspellings.
Correct. It
I
doesn't.
just thought they were like lazy.
No, it doesn't autocorrect.
Okay.
And it doesn't have a red squiggly line.
Interesting.
Ruins my life. Yeah. So there's my caption. I can add hashtags. I can mention people. Like if you want to mention students, you don't have to. Locations are really, really good if you're doing things like at a school or something like that. I would 100% add your location. Why is my location delusion like? That's about right.
That's
That's
where I'm at.
And then you're good. Then you can hit post. Another thing you can do is you can hit drafts, and that will go straight to your drafts. If you go to your profile, it'll be it'll be your first video right here, and then that's where you can edit it and then decide to post it. But a lot of people like to do a lot of content in one day and then just add it to the drafts, and you can go back in later and you can do your editing. So if I'm a social media coordinator, that's what I'm doing. I'm going around, I'm just getting content and throwing it in drafts and just knowing later I'm going to cut this up into something. Cool.
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to show you how to do one other thing. So if I'm going to be making content, you can actually add sound from the very jump. So I haven't even started yet, but I can search my sound. And that's where people do their lip syncs, which are really in right now, right? The lip syncing is really in. I don't get it. Like there will just be this random girl in her car who's 22 and she'll just be lip syncing, not that great. And she'll have 2.5 million likes. What? I don't get it. But if you're young, the lip syncing is in. A lot of people lip sync. They'll have a song with different makeup looks. So they'll do a line of the song and then they'll turn, right? And then they'll turn again and it's a completely different makeup look.
Like a transition.
Yeah, the transit, but with that song. So with that, you can just click add sound up here. We're Swifties over here. And then as I record, I can hear it in the background. And then I can. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. I hope this is helpful. Again, this is how you do everything in the app, pretty easy. There's also, I think everyone looks really good when they use the flash, even like not outside, but like inside. I feel like it does make a difference. So I use flash a lot, which is just, it's the second one right here. And it looks like that, but it doesn't record like that. So
Yeah.
it looks flashy, and I'll just record.
A message to the smallest man who ever lived, where you send, and I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message
Oh,
to
it
the
actually kind of looks the
smallest.
same, but I think it's because I have a ring light on.
I was gonna say like people, the Alex Earl light, like if you're doing like makeup or like, I think the light and like the microphone are two like accessories that I would for sure get.
Yeah, I agree. I have a ring light in my room. That's where I do all of my clothes try-ons. And that 100%, like you should have a ring light. You can get it for 20, 30 bucks on Amazon. It doesn't have to be expensive. Don't get an expensive one. It's not worth it. The cheap ones are just as good. So if I'm you, I would invest in a ring light. I would invest in microphones
Mhm.
and use your iPhone.
Someone
Right.
said, what ring light do you recommend? I like it's like a rectangle and it like clips
your
on the back
phone?
of your phone. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have one on my phone, but
And
yeah.
then Sarah said, can the teachers record on their phone, send the video file in the social media manager, edit, caption, and post it?
Say that again.
Can the teachers record on their phone, send the video file to the social media manager, who then edits, captions, and posts it?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that, but every bit of research out there is telling you that using the camera straight in the app is better. The good news is if you are taking video from someone else, even using like TikTok sounds or TikTok captioning, like actual text on screen. So like that's going to help you. So like what a lot of people do is that, you know how like on Instagram, you can like add captions on screens and like Instagram story or just whatever, like in a reel. If you take that same video and put it on TikTok, it's not going to get reached because you took text from Instagram and it doesn't read that on the back end of TikTok. So I would take that same raw footage and I would put captioning from Instagram and then I would do captioning from TikTok, like whatever app you're in. So yeah, and make sure they're shooting like this, which is so funny because like back when I was a marketing director, it was always turn your phone
Yes.
side, and now you can't. Now it's got everything. It should always be shot like this
Up and down.
the time.
Would you recommend they like have an account, if it was like a school account, that they just take the video from that and they're like all logged into this and then they just like do it
That's
as a
what most
draft?
people
Because you
do.
said
They share logins. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what most people do. But
to
again,
record it on the app.
yeah, but you don't have to. I mean, try different things, see if it hurts your engagement. If you have good content, even if it's on your camera, if you have really good content and a strong hook, you're going to do well. Guys, we're at the end of this webinar. That flew by really fast. I hope it was super helpful for you. We had lots of fun doing this. Morgan, thanks for joining us today. I asked Morgan like literally 2 hours ago and she's like, I'd love to be on. So great. We're gonna have to get Morgan on more, don't y'all think? We're gonna be on the event circuit this summer, so come join us. Our next one, I think, is at Max.
Yes, July.
Yeah. And then we're gonna be at the remaining NACIS events this year. There's 2 more. So, and AACS and all the things. Thank you all so much for joining us. We had a great time with you. We will see you next month. Go make TikToks and send them to me. Bye.
Bye.